guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. My name is Kiana and I do a lot of sewing and fashion videos. Before we get started, look at my shirt. In today's video, I'm going to be giving you a tutorial on how to pattern and sew this leather dress. You don't, however, have to use leather. It's just what I used because I'm trying to be a little spunky, and it is a design from my senior collection, which I will be patterning and giving you tutorials on throughout the next couple of months. So if you want to see my senior collection, go check that out and you can see what is coming up in the future. But yeah, you don't have to use leather, you can use other materials. And even though I'm showing you guys how to pattern this by yourselves, I do have it available on my Etsy, and it is the first link down below. It is available in a size 00 to 14 in US sizing. So go check it out, support me if you wanna. I originally was not even going to show you guys how to pattern it, and that's not because I'm trying to like gatekeep or anything. It's just because it's actually quite complicated, this dress, even though it doesn't look super complicated at first glance. There's a lot that goes into it, especially because it has so many different panels, the shape of the dress, the shape of the sleeve, it's all very complicated. So I wasn't originally gonna show you guys how to pattern it, but then I was like, no, Kiana, you gotta give the people what they want. We were trying to educate. So even if you do purchase the Etsy pattern, this information, I guess, will be good for you in the future. And if you don't care about patterning, skip to the point in the video where I teach you how to sew it. But yeah, in terms of teaching you guys how to pattern this dress, I'm going to be doing more of like methods of pattern making instead of like measure here and transfer that to here, because if I did that, because this dress is complicated, the video would be multiple hours long. So I'm gonna be teaching you guys like how to use the slash and spread method and how to convert your sloper into this and that and all that jazz, because that information is really helpful and will be applicable to you not only in this dress, it will teach you how to just pattern make in general, you know? Oh, and as always, all the supplies, equipment, materials used will be linked down below in the description. But yeah, if you are interested in learning how to create this leather dress, just keep on watching. Oh, and by the way, I do already have a video out where I give you tips and tricks on how to work with leather, so I'll leave a card on the top of the screen and a link down below if you want to check that out. So I'm starting off with a sloper, and if you don't have a sloper, I highly recommend it because it is the basis of flat pattern making. So you can either buy your sloper or make one. There are tons of tutorials already out there on how to do this, but I'm just using one I made a long time ago because it's not the best and I don't mind marking on it. But basically, to create the panels on the bodice, I'm going to draw a line up from the dart to the shoulder seam to split that into two separate panels. Now you can't just draw a line and call it a day. There are a ton of other adjustments that you might have to do. For instance, you might have to round out and curve that dart right there. You may have to take in a little bit from the side seam and curve that. You may have to lower the neckline. The key to flat pattern making is making prototypes and making adjustments and going back and forth between the two. And then for the back, I'm also going to do that same thing. I'm basically just going to connect the darts to make the two panels. And then I'm going to also work off of that same principle for the skirt. So drawing a line from the dart down the skirt to create the two panels for the skirt. And to create the fullness that you see in my dress, you'd want to widen the hem on each side of the panels. Now the sleeve is super fun because you get to use this method called slash and spread. So I'm going to trace my sleeve and draw a bunch of lines vertically that are about 2 inches apart. And the more lines you draw, the more you can spread out your piece. So I'm going to cut up all the lines very close to the cap, but not all the way through. And then I'm going to spread apart those panels. And the more you spread it, the more puffy your bishop sleeve will be. So here you can see that pattern piece already taking shape and how it would look like if you traced it out. So once you've printed out your pattern at 100% scale, connect that pattern by sliding the edges of the paper next to each other and connecting it with some tape. And make sure not to overlap your pieces of paper. Then cut out your desired size. I've chosen to use a US size 2. And then after that, just use your pattern pieces to cut out all your fabric. So now we're going to grab our front center panel pieces on the right over here, and then also our back center panel pieces on the left over here. And what we are going to do is serge or finish these edges on the seams I'm about to show you. So the front center seams and the back center seams and also the shoulder seams. We also want to serge the shoulder seams of the facing and the shoulder seams of the side bodice panels. I'm doing this because since we're working with leather, our dress can get a bit bulky. I'm serging these seams now because later on I'm going to press them open and top stitch them down. And serging these seams now will make my life a lot easier in the future. However, this step is not super necessary as leather actually does not fray, so if you don't have a serger, no worries. Additionally, Additionally, if you're not using a thick fabric like this faux leather either, you don't have to worry about serging the seams now. You can sew and serge as you go. Now we're going to put everything aside except for the front bodice pieces, and we're going to sew the front bodice on all of those vertical seam lines. After I sew those vertical seam lines, I'm going to serge those seam lines that are not already serged. So the two on the side, so you can see that I've serged those there, and the center one is already serged. So now we're going to top stitch this center seam open and these princess seams towards the side. So I'm just top stitching the center seam open right now using top stitching thread. So now we're going to basically repeat that exact same process, but on the front skirt. So on all those vertical seam lines, we're just going to sew those together. And then on the two princess seams, I'm going to also serge those. And then we're going to use top stitching to press the princess seams to the side and hold the center seam open. Now we're basically going to repeat the same process for the back of the dress, only we're not going to sew the center seam together because we are going to put a zipper there. So we're only going to sew together the princess seams, and of course I'm going to serge and then top stitch those princess seams just like we did for the front. Now I'm going to connect the facing at the shoulder seams by sewing, and then I'm going to press those seams open using top stitching. Now for the bodice, we're going to complete it by sewing at the side seams, serging at the side seams, and then top stitching at the side seams. And then I'm also going to sew at the shoulder seams and top stitch those open. And for the skirt, it's the same type of deal. We're just going to attach that at the side seams, serge it, and then top stitch. To make my life easier, I'm going to serge the waistline now. Again, if you're not using leather, you don't have to worry about this because it's not going to be as bulky, but I just serged it, and then I'm going to sew that seam. Now to insert my zipper, I'm going to notch where the stopper ends. And I'm going to sew from the bottom of the skirt up to that point. Now I'm going to press my entire back center seam allowance out 1/2 inch for the entire center back seam. And I'm going to use some double-sided tape, either Wonder Tape, leather tape, whatever, to keep that seam pressed open. However, I'm not going to tape like the top 6 inches of the center back seam because we want to sew the facing to that part. I'm then going to use Wonder Tape again to keep my zipper in place. So I'm going to place my zipper face down onto the center back seam right on top of that Wonder Tape. Now I'm going to place the facing with the dress right sides together with the zipper sandwiched in between, and I'm going to sew at that center back seam with a 1/4 inch seam allowance, a 1/4 inch. Now we're going to pin the facing to the dress at the neckline, making sure it is right sides together. And before I sew here, I'm going to go back to the center back seam and I'm going to fold over that zipper and seam allowance towards the dress. I'm going to fold it outward toward the bodice of the dress instead of inwards towards the facing. And then we're just going to sew along this neckline seam normally. So here you can just see me sewing the neckline normally, and make sure when you fold your zipper over that it's really snug. Now this is what our zipper and facing look like at the top of the center back seam. It is nice and crisp and clean. You just have to trust the process. Next, I'm just going to trim down my neckline seam allowance to about a 1/4 inch and then make a bunch of little clips around the neckline. Now I'm going to understitch, so I have my facing on the right, my dress on the left, and the seam allowance underneath is pointed to the right towards the facing. Now I'm going to just sew very close to that seam, just like 1/8 of an inch away. And this will keep the facing from rolling out. I'm also going to tack the facing to the dress at the shoulder seams. You can do this by machine or by hand. Now I'm going to finish off the zipper by sewing a 1/4 inch around the zipper on all sides, and then I'm just going to finish off that center back seam by top stitching underneath the zipper at that seam as well. Moving on to the sleeve, I'm going to fold it right sides together, pin and sew and serge at the inseam. Then I'm going to take my cuffs, fold those right sides together as well, and sew along the short edge and serge along the short edge. Because you're not going to be really able to get access to that seam to top stitch, I'm just going to kind of finger press this seam and also finger press the seam on the cuff as well to match the sleeve. It doesn't really matter that we're just finger pressing because the sleeve is going to be a bishop sleeve and it's going to be big and puffy anyways. Now we are going to gather the opening of the sleeve so it can fit into the cuff, and I'm doing this by sewing 2 rows of basting stitches and then pulling on the bobbin threads. Next, just slip the cuff over the sleeve and sew and serge. I'm going to sew 2 rows of basting stitches between the notches in the sleeve cap so that I can pull the bobbin threads so that the sleeve can fit into the sleeve opening on the dress. There is ease included in the sleeve cap, so this is very necessary for the sleeve to be able to fit into the dress. Once you've gathered the sleeve cap slightly, have the sleeve turned right side out and the dress turned inside out, and insert that sleeve into the dress, and then pin, sew, and serge along the arm side. So the sleeve should be gathered on the inside like so, but when you turn it to the outside, there should be no gathers present. Finally, just hem your dress using a 1-inch seam allowance. And then you are done. Okay, so that is how you create this leather dress. If you create it, send me a picture. I'd love to see. And again, the Etsy pattern is the first link down below. And again, I do have all of the supplies, equipment, materials used also linked down below. If you're not already following me on Instagram and TikTok, please do so. I would appreciate it. And if you like this video, feel free to give me a thumbs up because it is the easiest way to support your favorite creators for free. But yeah, I think that's everything. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.